This month of October is a full month.
Of challenges. What if earthquakes? What if karmas? What if
ancestors?
What a little potpourri that we might as well
mess your hair a little in this video, I'll tell you.
What exactly are these energies that overlap us, and what
the beings of light give us advice?
So that instead of being something problematic,
opportunities for
shine even brighter.
Hello, how are you? I am Marsa Carbonell. I am a professional channeler, and in these videos I tell you what energies accompany us every month. Energies of the stars, energies of Mother Earth, our energies, not as a society, what we can release, etc., etc. And all that mixes and comes together and gives us a lot of possibilities and adventures there, right? Adventures too. And this month of October, they have been warning us since the beginning of the year. They didn't tell us the month of October. They bring them the month of October because it has arrived. October has arrived with all its energy, and we are now understanding better what it is that He wants to give, show, liberate us. In short, at the end of the day, these energies that surround us are never a punishment. Not rather, they are energies that mobilize us. And what they mobilize? Sometimes they are energies that are stagnant inside us. So deep down, they are still opportunities. What happens is that, well, sometimes they come in a more subtle and more loving way, and sometimes they come in a little more intense, stronger. And here in October, they come to mess up our lives a little. Let's see, let's put a little bit in context. Come on, go, let's do it. Maybe you were able to see 2-3 weeks ago a live video that we connected with the Pleiadians. There they were talking to us about these internal earthquakes that Mother Earth is experiencing. They told us that these earthquakes were not going to reach the crust. Maybe some did, but they were not the main reason, but rather they are internal earthquakes that mobilize and generate micro-movements by being within Mother Earth, by being part of her general and global body. These micro-movements reached us and also made internal earthquakes in us. You mean that things were mobilized? I invite you to watch the video there. The Pleiadians tell us about it with love. Hey, a divine thing. I'm still going to give you a little summary, okay? So we can put ourselves in context for the energies of this month of October. So I'll refresh your memory if you've already seen it, or I'll explain it to you if you haven't seen it and you won't have the time to be able to see it. Then I'll tell you that these earthquakes of Mother Earth, what they become, they told us the Pleiadians, is a song, or it wasn't exactly a song, but somehow it's Mother Earth expressing herself in harmony. It is done in the form of an earthquake because in the end Mother Earth is enormous, and when she mobilizes, these earthquakes in the end are the consequence, not of it. So the Pleiadians invited us to see it as a song, as if Mother Earth sang to us and could somehow express not only her love, obviously to all the beings that inhabit her crust, but also a song to what she is, not to be alive. To yes, to be, simply to be, not to be and to be. So this song invites us to rebirth. It invites us to reset things that were reset and told us, hey, this can generate, for example, that if you had posture problems, your vertebrae will be changed. Imagine not the force that these micro movements can have. They can even give you without generating expectations, but spontaneous healings can be given. Of what? Of disorders, perhaps diseases. Disorders, I don't know anything. So it is caused in some way because my energy is not completely located in its center. And yes, with these micro movements that are constant and that have already been resonating for 2-3 weeks in us, and they are going to continue for 3 more months, right? If we are already in these micro movements, then these relocations of my digestive system can occur, perhaps even of some organ, some specific disease, even energy. No, everything doesn't have to be just physical, but emotional imbalances, right? Mentally, even in my way of relating. In short, everything is shaken because, of course, Mother Earth is there, shaking. And that goes to absolutely everything in the crust, from the little plant you have in the dining room to you as the highest mountain, not Everest. Everything is going to be receiving micro movements, and with it readjustments, and these readjustments are strong. We call it micro movements because Mother Earth is so big, but of course if you compare it, the volume that Mother Earth has with the volume that you have are movements for us. They are still not so micro, they are a little more macro, huh? But hey, they are movements that we have to take, and we have to see how we are doing it, right? So here is one of the first energies that are accompanying us. The Pleiadians told us, if Mother Earth sings to you, return the song since it is powerful, right? And how does he get the singing back? Well, first you have to listen to it. You have to listen to the singing these days, these last weeks. How do you feel? How have you mobilized? Personally, I am very tired, EH. I notice a tiredness there. I say, wow, what a man with the movements. But everyone, how you're experiencing it. Maybe you sleep better, maybe you sleep worse, maybe you sleep, I don't know. Now I get sleep because I'm tired, but maybe how you feel. Maybe your foot hurts more and before it didn't hurt, or now it hurts less here and before, yes. Anyway, what difference do you notice in your general balance of these last 2 weeks? Here then, listen to the singing. Mother Earth is mobilizing. You can listen to the song with full attention, for example, in meditation, in rest, in connection, even practicing a sport, right? Practicing an activity that allows you to be in the present, or even sometimes through the body, because Mother Earth sings and suddenly the little toe starts there. Oh, it hurts perfectly. Mother Earth sings, and the first thing you have to do is listen to her to return the song. Well, you can do it. Or honoring what he invites you to do. For example, if she sings to you and she provokes something that has provoked you, then listen to it and answer accordingly, always seeking maximum harmony, truth, and well-being for you. Mother Earth sings to you and you return the song by attending to what is happening. And you attend to him? Well, obviously, listening to the voice of your soul. Yes, well, it seems easy, and sometimes it is a little complicated for us to listen to the voice of the soul. You know that sometimes the mind can be a little treacherous to us. So you have to be a little attentive to see what the voice of the soul is and what the voice of the mind is, huh? This sometimes requires being in presence and reflection, and already the voice of the soul. There, when everything is calmer, it can sprout and shine and help guide your next steps. So well, this is one of the things that is happening in this month of October. And that's important, but we cannot overlook that October and November are the months par excellence of the ancestors. And look carefully, it turns out that, of course, with all the micro movements that we have already said, are not so micro, because in the end, on a planetary scale, we are already micro, we are combined with all this. And it turns out that all the energy of the ancestors, along with the movements, it gives us something very special, which is the expression of karmic matters. Maybe not karmatic matters that come from another life, but karmatic matters that come from your family lineage and come to express themselves. Or the eye, because this can also be quite messy. That is why the beings of light told us, since the beginning of the year, that the month of October was going to be complicated. Complicated may not be the word, but at least it is full of challenges, yes. Yes, then we have that due to these micro movements and the expression of the ancestors who are accompanying us. These karmatic matters are mobilized that may have already been expressing your whole life, but perhaps you have not attended to them less because, look, at life is not there the shoe stone, and we do not always bend down to remove it. But now that stone is going to become intense in fluorescent colors and even increases in size. So this is what happens, that this month of October, even perhaps this at the beginning of November, karmatic matters manifest with more intensity. And maybe you know, but maybe you don't. Karmatic issues sometimes have a solution, and sometimes you have to live them. Sometimes you can be released by living them. And sometimes it is simply something that is going to be a constant throughout my life. So, well, it's something that's going to be put on the table, which is what there is. We're not going to be able to avoid it either way. We have to go through it. Let's see what advice the beings of light give us to be able to somehow make this at least become an opportunity. The first advice is enjoy and take responsibility for equal parts. And this is the advice, a very wise advice that they actually give us, the Pleiadiano again, in this case, because of course, each one of us is still going to take something different this month. Some of us are still going to take a lot of responsibility. Others of us are still going to say, you know what, I'm going to enjoy a lot and speak cone, I'm not listening to you, right? And things like that. So, well, we can get a little out of hand because somehow the two energies are necessary and our soul is going to ask us for both energies. The point is that we should not give one more weight than the other because both are very important. First, take responsibility. If Mother Earth sings to you and causes things, if there is a karmic matter that is being released, hey, if the ancestors are here to help you, take responsibility. Yes, now we will see no more ways to connect with ancestors, that this is something very good, very good, very good, and that is actually very good for us in these times. But in any case, for now, take responsibility, listen to the voice of your soul, release what you have to release, break patterns, and that is what the voice of your soul is asking you to. Anyway, make use of the immense power you have within you. And change course if you have to change it, keep it and go through it if you have to. That's what it is, not what your soul asks of you. Anyway, honor yourself, take responsibility. You are the most important thing that exists in your life, and only you can do what is necessary so that everything is in order and in balance. Then you will have to take responsibility, but at the same time, don't take excessive responsibility and worry extra. Yes. You have to give it in equal parts, enjoy and enjoy. That is, disconnect from time to time what suits you well, to disconnect anything. What's good for you? Maybe it's good for you to go on an excursion, maybe it's good for you to go to karaoke to sing, maybe it's good for you, hey, watch a good romantic movie, oops, I love this one, what's good for you? Do it. To watch some comedy like that, go to the theater, meet friends and have a barbecue, find out what's good for you. Enjoy in equal parts, take responsibility and enjoy, and then the rest of the time, obviously, continue with your day-to-day. Well, we will have to attend to it, of course. So the second piece of advice, give the song back to Mother Earth. This, as you see, connects a lot. Not with the first advice, because what is the best way to give the song back to Mother Earth? Obviously, taking responsibility for what you've heard. I mean, there's nothing better for Mother Earth. Obviously, there are many things, but one of the best things I wish we could all do is if we all vibrate in our truth and our harmony, the frequency of Mother Earth's crust would change. P would make an evolutionary leap, right? That would be great then. Or giving him back the song is precisely this. Take responsibility and also enjoy, because when you are well, you balance yourself and don't worry too much. Hey, well, you also raise your frequency. This is returning the singing, and here goes the extra. Don't love singing it to her. You can even sing it out loud. You can make offerings to Mother Earth. You can create an altar for her. What do you fancy? In fact, a little while ago, I posted a little video where we thanked Mother Earth for being... We didn't start the video saying you already thank Mother Earth for everything she does for you. Hey then. I'm going to leave you the link here if you like, in case you want it from Actura, nothing less. And with that, you return the song to Mother Earth. With that, you generate a deep bond with it and make all these micro movements in you enter in a way that is softer, more slippery, so that it does not generate or scratch, not when this micro movement enters, but rather is soft, harmonious. Like a soft blanket, right? One of these in front of the fireplace, something like very, very tasty and very appetizing. Yes, so I leave the video here as I told you, and let's see if it works for you. I'm sure it does. Third advice, this comes from my mother, of course, both connecting with the ancestors because I have it very, very in mind, and my mother, on behalf of the ancestors in general, obviously not only in her name, tells us this advice, says, smile and accept. Smile and accept. Why? Because somehow we're going to have to chop stone. Who else and who least hears something will be out of our reach, out of our control in general, life control. Sometimes it's something a little abstract, right? But in any case, it reminds me of a phrase I told her years ago when she was obviously alive. And I went to college, it was behind the bathroom door. Is that so? There is great wisdom behind the toilet doors in schools. In this case, it was the university, and the phrase said something like this: if there is a solution, why do you worry? And if there's no solution, why bother? Well, that's a little bit, isn't it? That's the energy. Obviously, we are concerned because we are trying to find solutions. We are trying to see which of these solutions is the best. There's always a little busyness and responsibility that they told us in that first advice, be careful, but somehow there comes a time when you have to in some situation. Smile and accept and say, okay, this has a solution, come on, well, that's it, let's go for it, I take responsibility. No, okay, has no solution, well, I let it go, I go through it, I live it, I let it transform, there's nothing else I can do, right? So there's smile and accept, smile and accept. Sometimes that can be great advice. Do you have a solution? Go ahead and go for it. It doesn't have, okay, well, I transited, yes, with all the karmatic issues that can be released these days. This is great advice, really. Finally, the last tip honors your ancestors, and it couldn't be better. Obviously, we are in a month where honoring them is a fantastic thing. We are in the month of October, the 31st, November 1st will be the portal. That's great, isn't it? I mean, what a great opportunity. We always have it there to reach us because their wisdom, all the gifts, virtues, all the skills that they have worked on, we inherit and manifest them. We have a great opportunity to do that, but with everything that moves, with everything that comes. Have allies, we always have the beings of light, obviously unconditional, but your ancestors live through you, they are in your bloodstream, even in the manifestation of your cells. This ADN that you have comes directly from your ancestors, so they can accompany you from a very intimate place on an energetic level, but also on a physical level. Yeah, they're great allies. Honor your ancestors. Some may not be in the light. There will be karmic matters that you hear about, okay? My proposal is to create an altar for your ancestors and invoke every day those ancestors who are in the light, who give you balance, who give you power, self-knowledge, wisdom, love, even protection. And they invoke them are the protagonists. Point later if you want. You can light a candle on this altar for the main ones, and you can light if you want a second candle to take you. That is from you to them. Light and love to those who are not in balance, because you know that some beings may have been left in limbo. Can there be matters that have been left like this and have not been released? Well, seeing what I saw,
What is that? This is going to manifest itself to you. It is going to explode in your face in some way. If there is a karmatic issue out there that is not completely located, pachafe, this is what is coming. Well, seeing what has been seen, once you already have the altar activated with all the ancestors who are there singing to the chorus and well empowered, there you understand that second candle and release, I bring light to you, to that part of my ancestors which is still not in balance. Whether for X reasons or for reasons and I bring you light, unconditional love, I still don't know what is happening. It's okay, I trust and liberate. And with that one, you get great allies. And two, if there are karmic matters that can be released simply with this, be careful, it can be a large percentage. Well, let it be released like this. Or it is much easier for it to be released like this. No, then what do I know? Any bizarre story happens to you in your daily life that you have to deal with it and you don't even know where it comes from. Yes, then, in any case, create this first altar, create this small second altar if you want, or within the same altar. It would be good if there was unity and love. This second candle with this second purpose to bring light, so everything is self-managing and is more intense. So this fourth tip, be careful, is the last, but please take it into account. Carry this altar every day. If you are not going to do it every day, nothing happens, because every time you can, every time you remember, every time everything you can add will be better than nothing. If there is a day that you have forgotten to honor it, well, nothing happens, but keep in mind that the more days, the better for you. Better for you because the month of October is not going to leave anyone, because Mother Earth shakes for everyone, because the ancestors open the door for everyone. They open their hearts, their virtues, their strengths, everything beautiful. But with all that mix, what is not located in a quite palpable, quite visible way is also going to open up to us. And hey, well, let's smile and accept, don't you think? Well, those are the 4 tips that the beings of light give us. For this month of October-November, we have had counsels from the Preladians of the ancestors who have spoken in unity, obviously through my mother, who I am very grateful to and always very excited about, and also in fact from the Archangel Michael, Let you know that Archangel Michael is helping to balance energies and seeing all this as something necessary. Always these little purges are important. In the end, they generate elevations in consciousness. We all want to make quantum leaps and evolve and move into the 5th dimension. We all want that, and to achieve it, we have to go through these small stages that are short but intense and help us to release, excreting everything that limits us and does not allow us to be ourselves.
Very good. And what are the proposals of light and consciousness for this month of October and November? As you know, the proposals that I give you are that you can connect with the beings of light, you can feel them close, you can vibrate how they accompany you both these days. As always, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I suggest, if you wish, that you can download a guided meditation so that you can connect with them, with the beings of light, including your ancestors. Of course I do. Now, once you acquire this, be aware that every single month I'll be sending you a thoughtfully channeled message. I maintain an extensive database with countless messages, each tailored and ritualized to ensure you receive the most significant and personalized one for the current month. Additionally, you'll become part of this database as well. To be able to receive this email with that little extra help that goes beyond the message of the month of October, which is October for you, which is that extra thing that you can take into account and that can be useful to you. Of course, if you want to go a little further, you have the course to learn how to channel, in which they also teach you, different ways to channel, how to deal with spontaneous channels, how to deal with beings in transit, if it is a topic that gives you a little bit of a rush. How to block that part. Or at least slow it down for a while until you learn to channel somehow connect with nature, with different beings. Anyway, there I go much further, beyond a guided meditation to channeling. It has a lot of juice, it has a lot of game, so if you feel like going a little further, then perfect. You already know that you have this course there, that you can access it whenever you want, and that's it. I send you a very big hug. I wish you had a happy month of October, that you can balance responsibility and enjoyment and that it is enjoyed. May you know glory, so that you give yourself those breaths and those awards. We deserve awards, this month of October, to take care of us and pamper us. And yes, always singing to Mother Earth and grateful to be alive and experiencing this human experience. A huge hug.